There's no denying that this pocket of the Northeast Metro Atlanta area is exploding with growth and development, and you might be surprised to find out what niche community type is on the rise here and why. Hi, I'm Sarah Maslowski with KeyPoint Homes Group, a local real estate agent team specializing in helping people just like you relocate from all across the country here to Georgia. Northeast Georgia, but more specifically, Brazelton and Gainesville and Hall County in general has become a major hub for 55+ neighborhoods. And today we're going to check out one of my absolute favorite here in Flowery Branch and talk more about why these communities are landing here and which new 55+ neighborhoods will need to be on your radar. There are a lot of different factors that make this area so great for 55+ neighborhoods, but it all comes down to lifestyle and location and demand. This part of Metro Atlanta offers the perfect balance for retirees. It's far enough from the city to avoid high prices and traffic, but close enough to reach the airport, sporting events, and concerts easily and relatively quickly. At the same time, the area has plenty of amenities without having to head down into Atlanta, including Lake Lanier, a great hospital system, all the shopping and dining you could want, and this convenience makes it the perfect place to settle for retirement. Financially, the area is also attractive for both retirees and the builders who are developing the neighborhoods in these areas. Georgia is widely considered retirement friendly because of lower income taxes and strong senior property tax exemptions. Many counties here in North Georgia offer property tax breaks for seniors that make housing more affordable over time. In Hall County, where so many of these neighborhoods are being built, once a homeowner turns age 70, they become eligible for a full exemption from the school portion of their property taxes, regardless of income, which makes it highly enticing for folks close to 70. This essentially cuts your property tax bill by more than half. From the builder's perspective, Hall County and Brazelton have the available land that closer in suburbs like Alpharetta or Johns Creek just don't have to develop on. Developers can buy these large tracts of lands here and design master plan communities with clubhouses, pools, walking trails, and social programs that retirees want. If you end up in the Brazelton Flowery Branch area, you're going to have plenty of grocery stores and amenities here. Today, we're in the retreat at Sterling on the Lake, which is less than 5 minutes from Home Depot, Target, TJ Maxx, Publix, Chick-fil-A, a Walgreens, and much more. And you're only about 10 minutes away from Lake Lanier if you want to go have dinner at Fishtails and look out over the water, or store your boat at Safe Harbor Marina here. Another great perk of this neighborhood is that it's just a few minutes away from Interstate 85 and 985, which means you can easily get out and head straight down to the airport if you find yourself doing a lot of traveling. Now let's take a closer look at the neighborhood here and visit my newest listing here at the retreat at Sterling on the Lake. Now, before we check out the house, one unique thing about this neighborhood that you need to know is that the retreat at Sterling on the Lake is part of a larger master plan community called Sterling on the Lake, which is a neighborhood here in Flowery Branch, and the retreat is the 55+ section. Now, the larger neighborhood is completely separate from the 55+ section, and it has its own gated entrance. And the great thing is that you have your own amenities here at the retreat, but you can also use the rest of the amenities in the larger neighborhood. But only retreat residents can use the ones here in the 55+ community. So the builder, David Weekley, just finished building out this neighborhood, but there's one new construction opportunity left, which is my newest listing. Let's go check it out. So the coolest thing about this listing is that it was the former model home here at David Weekley. It's really surreal for me to be in this house because I've been in this home many, many times with clients. Now that the neighborhood is completely built out, this is your last opportunity to get a new construction home in this neighborhood. So the bonus that you have of a model home is that it is going to have all the bells and whistles, complete with tons of interior designer touches. This home is completely tricked out because David Weekley wanted to show off everything that they could do and all the beautiful finishes that they could find here in the neighborhood. So you're going to see additional designer touches like coffered ceilings, accent walls throughout this home, which really makes it quite magical. And it gives you the supreme house in the neighborhood. The designer touches extend here into the primary bedroom as well. Not only do you have a fantastic accent wall, but you also have this really cool barn door that comes into your primary bathroom suite, which gives you a oversized shower. And wait until you see the closet. It's got amazing built-ins that just give this house that extra level of perfection that you're looking for. Not only do you have really great touches inside the house, but you also have this great spacious 3-car garage. Now, David Weekley does offer 3-car garage options. However, there are not very many homes in this neighborhood that actually have the 3-car garage. So this is definitely a plus. And another plus that I've never seen in a David Weekley home, and I'm not sure if they did this just because it is the model home, but behind this door, there is actually stairs that lead up to a huge unfinished attic space that gives you tons of room for storage. This solves the problem of where you're going to put your Christmas tree and all your decorations, and this gives you really easy access and plenty of space to store it. Or if you ever needed additional space here in the house, you could finish this space out if you needed additional living space for an office or a craft room. The options here are endless. So one of my absolute favorite features of this home has to be this great extended patio, and you have this amazing extended sliding glass door that opens up all the way to really bring in the outdoors. This gives you seamless options for entertaining both outside and inside. And y'all, this has to be one of the absolute best views here in Flowery Branch. We are up here on a hill and it overlooks beautiful Flowery Branch. You can see Brazelton in the distance. And to me, this is one of the best features of this home. So obviously this is a beautiful neighborhood, but they just wrapped up construction, so you're only going to have resale options here. However, David Weekley is working on another new 55 plus community that you should definitely know about. Their newest neighborhood will be called Lanier Landing, and this is going to be located in Gainesville. The gated entrance will be right off of McEver Road near the intersection of Browns Bridge and McEver, if you're familiar with the area. This location is just 10 minutes away from the hospital in Gainesville, and you're going to have all of the shopping and restaurants you could want just minutes away. So definitely a prime spot for retirees who want to be close to everything you could want and need while still being in a beautiful scenic neighborhood. There is going to be a whopping 507 units on 121 acres. What's interesting about this is that the neighborhood will not just be single-family homes like the retreat here, but it's also going to have a mix of single-family homes, townhomes, and condos. The last time I talked about this project, the amenities were still being decided on, and they had mentioned a clubhouse, pool, pickleball, and a private dock. But I actually spoke with someone from David Weekley this week, and they told me that the neighborhood would end up not having a community dock, only something that you could use for day use. You will, however, still have the incredible views and great location right there on Lake Lanier. This neighborhood is going to be close to another popular 55 plus neighborhood called Crestwind at Lake Lanier, but it will be perfect for those who only want new construction options since that neighborhood is completely built out. I'm very interested to see what pricing is going to look like in this neighborhood, but we should be able to expect a pretty broad range with the condos and townhomes hopefully being a little bit more easier on the wallet. I would imagine that the single family homes are going to run in the 500 to 700,000 range and maybe more since it's going to be on the lake. I'll keep you updated as we learn more about pricing and when you could buy a home in this neighborhood that they're just breaking ground on. Another new 55 neighborhood you need to know about that reminds me a lot of Sterling on the Lake because it is a 55 plus section that is part of a huge master planned community just like Sterling is called the Court at Gainesville Township. This is a resort-style 55 plus single-family home community currently being built by Lennar, located near Lake Lanier in downtown Gainesville. This whole development is going to be very amenity-rich, featuring a clubhouse, pool, parks, walking trail, a dog park, and courts for tennis and pickleball. There won't be a separate amenity section though for the 55 plus section. So you will have to share those with everybody in the bigger neighborhood as a whole. This neighborhood is only 10 minutes from downtown Gainesville, so all of that great access you will have in the new David Weekley neighborhood, you're also going to have here as well. You're going to be about 10 minutes away from the square, but just from a different direction from when you're landing. So you'll actually be even closer to the hospital from this new neighborhood. And homes here are currently selling in the $500,000 range. This is going to be a more affordable option, especially for new construction 55 plus, but with a really prime location. Now, there are several more 55 plus neighborhoods in and around this area, and I have made a whole video about those. So make sure you check out that video next if you're considering retiring here in the Northeast Metro Atlanta area. If you are thinking about making a move here, my team and I would love to be your agents of choice. You can reach out to us by clicking the link in the pinned comment below this video, and make sure you check out this playlist of videos next if you're considering relocating to Georgia.